What's good, everybody? AaronJohnsonART here, back again with a new video. This time I'm doing something completely different, kind of a Q&A, but it's inspired by a chat I had with one of my friends on Instagram, and her nickname there is baby.sash, and she's an artist, and she was asking me how I get over art block. And so I had to think about it for a second, because if I'm honest, like, I've really never struggled with I said roadblock. I was thinking art block, but I said roadblock. But I've never struggled with art block. Like, you can't think of an idea. I've never had that problem, and I'm about to explain to you why I've never had that problem. And this is what I told her on how to get over art block. So listen, but before you do, subscribe, like, comment, and share if you like this video and want to see more subjects like this. If you have any questions that you want me to answer, let me know in the comments, and we'll see if I can make a video of it. But the reason I'm showing you pictures of selfies that I've drawn, or videos that I've drawn of myself, is because of one of the answers I gave her. So going through the list I made, because I made a long movie script of all the things that you can do to get over art block, because I'm nothing if not long-winded. Here it is. Number 1, open your eyes or close them and try to imagine everything in life, or the absence of it, is connected to each other in some way. Like how your favorite song or food reminds you of the first day you had it, or what you were doing the day you discovered that thing that you enjoyed. And this is all stuff that I'm about to tell you that works for me, and it's the reason why I've never personally suffered from art block. So I'm sure everybody else has their own reason why. And if you have ideas, let me know also in the comments what you guys do to get over art block. But that was the first step. And the reason why I say to imagine everything in your life is connected is because when you're constantly taking information or feeding yourself information from your surroundings and your memories and your imagination, you'll never run out of ideas, because you're literally looking around, or anything you can think of, you can build on it. Which leads into number 2. Don't try to make a masterpiece. The reason why is because it's safe to say that most of the stuff that you'll ever draw in your whole life is going to be, in your eyes, mundane. It's not going to be cool. It's not going to be epic. You're just going to draw a lot of little sketches for the most part. And you're not going to do it very often unless you do this for a living. And you may or may not get paid every single time you draw. Okay? So don't put that pressure on yourself that it has to be a masterpiece. And the reason why, if you follow number 1, is because your average everyday life is not full of epic things happening. All right? So if you're trying to draw inspiration to draw things from your everyday life and your surroundings, and they're not masterpieces, why should you try to force yourself to make a masterpiece? Right? So don't try to make one. Instead, appreciate every single moment that you have. Analyze every single moment that you're in. And the more you can analyze it, the more you're going to be able to see cool possibilities hidden in your daily life that you would have otherwise ignored up until this point. And then you'll notice the cool moments that do happen are going to be even more exciting. You're going to remember them even more vividly, because as we grow as artists, what we want to do is make more cool art, make more great moments more consistently, right? So if you have 90% of your life is kind of mundane, routine things, and then cool things happen throughout, you want to increase the level of cool things, or the ratio of cool things that happen. And the same thing is true for your art, right? So that ties into number 3, which is the reason I'm showing you these videos and pictures of me drawing myself. And the third tip I gave her is draw yourself. And the reason why I say this, in case you're wondering why that would help you, is because for me personally, in my when I was growing up, especially during puberty, I had a big self confidence problem, you know, like of course, you know, you have acne and you have weird little things that happen during puberty and your early years and going through high school and stuff like that. And yeah, that was a pretty rough time for me in a lot of ways. So, but as I forced myself to kind of take pictures, videos, and stare at myself in the mirror and think of ways I could actually improve myself rather than hide away, I decided to start drawing myself, because I'm already drawing anyway at this point. So of course it was hard to draw myself. It was hard to really enjoy looking at myself. But the more I did it, the more I was able to place myself in the world that I'm trying to create, inspired by the real world. You're turning yourself into art, and you're turning your life into art. See what I'm saying? By doing steps 1, 2, 3, right? You see your world, you live in your world, you analyze your world, you try to create what you want to see in the world. And then once you've done that, you put yourself into your new world, right? Which leads to number 4. Try drawing in different styles. Now, everybody has their favorite artist, and you know, a lot of people will tell beginner artists or people who are kind of in the middle learning, trying to figure it out, maybe you want to be a professional one day, a lot of them will tell you, like, don't use references, don't trace, don't copy. And let me tell you right now, they do it too. And anybody telling you not to do it, who honestly believes you're not supposed to do it, is an idiot. And I have to tell them that right now. Fight me. And the reason I'm saying that is because you need to do it in order to develop. You had to watch your parents walk when you were a baby so you could understand what walking is like, right? You had to sing along to the alphabet in order to remember what the alphabet sounded like, but you had to copy somebody doing it first who already knew how to sing the alphabet. Same thing, right? So you have to go through that phase of tracing and copying and using references. And you could even keep doing that throughout your whole life, but you won't need to as much, but you'll definitely do it. And the reason why you should draw yourself and try doing it in different styles is, if you always draw like your favorite artist, try making a new favorite artist, or ask yourself when you draw like your favorite artist, what you like about their style. Ask yourself why what they're doing works in that style and why it's better than yours, in your opinion. Okay? And once you do that, keep it as your own style. As a challenge, you can try to draw some object or subject, like yourself, for example, in 3 or 4 different art styles. And if you can keep doing it to a level that you're comfortable at, that you think you're really good at drawing, you can just keep it. Just keep parts of the style you like. Maybe you like the way your favorite artist draws hair or eyes, you know, or women or men, their features. So you can just keep those things that you like about it. And I'm telling you, everybody does it. I do it. Everybody does it. That's how you develop your own style. You have to experiment, and good art copies, but great art steals. That's the old motto, right? So that's what it is. Which leads into number 5, which is easily the most important one. Don't force it. Draw whenever you feel like, and don't force yourself to draw any more than what you feel like. And this is coming from somebody who eventually got carpal tunnel injuries from trying to draw themselves into the style that they wanted at the level that they wanted. When I first got my first comic book gig, like, I wasn't good enough to really be hired, but my editor looked on me with favor and he just hired me anyway because he saw my potential and he knew how hard I was willing to work. So In the year that he first hired me and just gave me that room to practice, I drew over 200 pictures throughout that whole year. Honestly, more than 300. Most of it was just practice sketches. And I drew at insane hours of the night and day. And that messed my arm up. And to this day, I still have a lot of injuries or, you know, fatigue that will come if I overdo it, or if I don't constantly, you know, exercise my arms. So don't do that. Don't be like me. There's no reason to go, you know, Naruto, Super Saiyan, you know, hyperbaric time chamber style. I've got to be the very best, you know, insert anime reference here. There's no reason for that kind of training. I did it so that you don't have to do it. So just draw whenever you feel like, and if you don't feel like it, don't do it. And eventually you're going to feel like you're having fun when you're drawing. It's not going to be a chore. You don't want it to ever be a chore or something you feel like you have to do in order to get better, or you won't be good at anything in your life. And like all those negative thoughts that you place on the whole act of drawing makes it harder to draw, and it takes you away from the experience, and it takes you out of the present, which is where you need to be in order to observe everything around you in the first place. So that's pretty much it. Those are all the steps that you guys need to do, according to me, in order to beat art block, because there's really no such thing as art block. Your brain is telling you, feed me. It's not telling you I can't do it. It's telling you reload. And the way you reload, without ever running out of ideas, you want unlimited ammo? This is how you do it. Just open your eyes, open your ears, look around you, take everything in, and just make it great, because it is great. Just like Bob Ross would always say, right? Everything is beautiful. There's happy clouds, there's happy trees. And yeah, you can do that anywhere, at your boring desk job, in school, anywhere. Just find it all, look at it, and look at it like opportunities. Look at the people around you like characters and potential stories just waiting for you to create them. Look at other artists' styles. Think about how you can add them to your arsenal of tricks. Look at yourself. Look at how you would render yourself if you were God and you could create yourself the way you want it to be. What would you do? And that's what it is, because when you think about it, creating art or being an artist really is the most like godlike thing you can do to me. I'm very spiritual, and I take the whole concept of creation is to me like a sacred thing in a way, but I do it every day. So it's like I'm not even thinking about doing it anymore. So that's pretty much it. You want to get to that point where you don't even think about it, because you're always seeing things to do. And when you don't see anything to do, you look at yourself, and then you become the inspiration for what you want to do. And if you have tattoos, that's even better, because then you can really live in your own art. Not only are you living in the world you've created in your own mind, you can live in your own skin, covered with your own art. And you really are a walking canvas. And that's the thing that really attracts me about tattoos. I don't think I would ever get a tattoo, but I really started appreciating the whole art form of that, because I realized what that really meant. And I'm bringing up tattoos because she wants to get a tattoo, and she was trying to figure out how to get out of art block. So that was going to be one of the first things she did when she really got, you know, on track. So that's my answer. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this video. Sorry if it was a little long, and let us know what you do to get over your art block if you ever have it. Comment, like, share, and subscribe this video. Subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and use the code GODSON15 to save 15% off on all the merchandise in my shop via Tower Threads. We've got clothes, we've got coffee mugs, wallpapers, prints, mouse pads, iPhone cases, iPad cases, the works. So it's all at Tower Threads. and I look forward to seeing you guys later. Peace.